The devil's purpose was met at the beginning, and to him, every new soul born to man is possibly the seed of the woman. But which will it be? And will he truly be able to prevail? Like the devil, Goliath is there to expose the failings in man. His height is carefully described, 6 cubits and a span. First, the term used to describe his height, Govah, was introduced into Scripture at this time. It signifies loftiness or height, but it is figuratively used to speak of pride, such as in 2 Chronicles 32:26. Using this word to describe his height was purposeful. The sin of the devil is described by Paul in 1 Timothy, where it states the qualifications of an overseer, not a novice, lest being puffed up with pride, he fall into the same condemnation as the devil. As we saw, 6 is the number of man, as destitute of God, without Christ. The added note of a zeret, or a span, which comes from the root signifying to scatter or winnow, is given to indicate that he is the one who receives the man who is so without Christ, and thus winnowed from humanity. That is seen in the words of John the Baptist when speaking of the one who will accomplish that process. From Luke 3, his winnowing fan is in his hand, and he will thoroughly clean out his threshing floor and gather the wheat into his barn, but the chaff he will burn with unquenchable fire. The bronze on him, meaning on Goliath, speaks of judgment. He is literally covered with bronze from head to foot. The bronze kovah, or helmet, covers his head, signifying judgment upon his head. Of the Lord, however, Isaiah 59:17 describes his helmet as a helmet of salvation. It is a complete contrast between the two, because a helmet of salvation is not a physical thing, but rather spiritual. As typologically interesting as that is, it is the appearance of his main covering that reveals the most vivid typology. He is arrayed in kaskaset, or scale armor. It is a picture of the judgment pronounced upon the serpent, a reptile that is covered in scales. In this, we have a picture from earlier in Scripture when Moses was told to make a bronze representation of a fiery serpent and place it on a pole. Any who were bit by serpents in the wilderness could look to the serpent and live. To understand the significance of that marvelous passage, please be sure to read or watch that particular sermon from our posts. In this passage here, Goliath is clearly given as a type of this serpent. His implements are noted first as a kidon, or javelin. That comes from kid, meaning calamity or misfortune. It is what the devil brings upon man.